Oh,
Hey,
hmm,
how are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Good. I feel refreshed.
Good.
Refreshed, alive, relaxed, back to the grind. How about you? What's some good stuff that's been going on for you? What's some wins for this week?
Oh, I think wins for this week would be additional pieces of this puzzle falling into place. That was a nice win. Um, Getting most of my work done. I only have one item that I think is outstanding for my homework, and that's the GoDaddy. So that was a win.
Awesome. And when you,
Yeah,
so I want you to go back to the first win. You said that pieces falling into place. Tell me a little bit more about that.
sure. Um, One of the masseuse that I want to work with, this is actually going to be helpful in her business if we do connect, that she gets the type of clientele she wants.
Yeah.
And so that was nice. When you're when you're partnering with somebody, it has to be something that's in it for them as well. Um, the next would be when I went to the bank to open up the bank account, the clerk that was helping me, she was really excited. And she's like, oh, my friend's done that. Her business is just taken off and just on and on. And that was very helpful, very supportive when the banker is supportive of you opening
Mhm.
this up. Um,
Oh, that's so good.
yeah, that was and then the other thing would be another piece of it falling into place is, and just trying to finalize my target audience or just really make sure that I'm refining that message and who I'm looking for. The work at home associates is who I was looking at, the millennial work at home associates. With the bank premise, one of the services they offer is to, it's almost like, how you order food with Uber Eats or Instacart? They offer this banking services that way. And so if you need money, right? If you need money, I met the nice little old man who will come drive to you where you are, and he will bring you money or he'll pick up your money and bring it to the bank,
What?
right? Yeah.
I've never heard of anything quite like it.
Me either. When she said that, I was like, oh, yes, on every level. So, yeah.
That's amazing. Where did you open your account with?
Primus, Primis, a small local bank. And again, they're just really trying to really get their foot in the door with local entrepreneurs,
Oh,
because it's this huge startup culture that's happening. And so, again, with tapping into that, as I try to really set myself apart as, yes, I'm the coach of choice, to have a service like that that you can refer people to. Yeah,
yeah, that's
again, that's so much more than just, oh, she's a nice person. No, I really have value. I see very tangible benefits in
right.
working with this person.
That's awesome. And just I'm glad you chose a small bank. We didn't have that explicit conversation, but what we find is that when you work with a credit union or a small bank, they're willing to work more with you. You're just not a number. You're truly a partner.
Mhm.
And I personally get benefit, and there is a tremendous benefit going into the branch, having a banker that you can connect with, that will call you, that you have a relationship with to move you forward with different things, as opposed to like a Bank of America or Wells Fargo. I mean, they're trying more now,
Mhm.
but there's a bank down here. I don't know if you remember SunTrust,
Mhm.
and then Delta Credit Union, and even Navy Federal Credit Union. Those are some really good banks for small businesses to tap into because they have a lot of programs and resources to help you to grow your business too. So I want you to think about, we have this first bank account,
Mhm.
and then eventually you may want to have some other accounts with other relationships with other banks so that
Mhm.
you can do some other things.
Mhm.
But certainly that's like further down the line. But you don't have to just have one business account. You can have multiple that's serving various purposes. And
Okay.
there's a whole strategy around that as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, you had a good week. She's just so what's going on with GoDaddy? Why is that the only outstanding thing?
Um, I needed to actually I got off track yesterday with a visit. I just wanted to call them and make sure that I was doing everything right and that I understood, most importantly, that I understood how this was going to work for me and what connects and all that stuff. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So you were able to get something going on Wix?
I actually already had something on Linktree.
Okay.
So I started working to build that out.
Okay.
Um,
We
yeah.
can look at it today. Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
So we can look at your link tree, and then what I want us to do is look at the letter. All right.
Yes. I'd like to take a look at that. Yeah.
All right. So let's get started with that. Is that all
Okay.
right? That works
Yeah,
for you?
that sounds good.
All right. I'm going to share my screen. So I want to start by asking you, when you were coming up with the letter, tell me what were your thoughts? What did you want to convey
Mhm.
going through the letter?
Well, actually,
Yeah.
I saw there was a format that I was using with this one. I saw Coach Kelly, somebody that I'd seen and been following, and her format was off the top of my head, like like what happened, why it's important, that type of structure. I don't have the notes, but what I was thinking is what's the what are the emotions, what are the symptoms, what are the pain points that
Mhm.
people would be able to connect with, and trying to get that out of my head as quickly as possible. And actually, in looking at my journal, I was able to find some of the entries from that time period.
Mhm.
And then as I was crafting the next part, which is the what did you do? That was the transformation part. Um, it got lengthy, and I was like, okay, so yeah, it got lengthy. And it got convoluted. It got very just too in the weeds, I guess would be the way that I would put that. And in my mind, it changed the message. This in my mind now, it feels this doesn't give me the feeling I wanted. Um the exhausted, I understand we've connected, and then the turnaround. I don't feel that flow in this when I look at it now.
Okay. So let's take a look at the rewrite. All right.
Okay.
So I just added the rewrite to the end of this.
Okay.
So we start, this is the email subject line that I'm thinking would be good just to get people excited to open the email, excited,
Okay.
prepare change announcement and event invitation.
Okay.
Dear friends and colleagues, I
Uh-huh.
hope this email finds you well. I wanted to share some exciting news and invite you to a special event. After careful consideration and personal reflection, I have made a decision to embark on a new career path that aligns more closely with my passions and purpose. In 2020, I found myself living a life that on the surface seemed perfect. I was working for a high profile company, living in my favorite city with my youngest child, and sharing my days with the man of my dreams. However, deep down, I felt disconnected and unfulfilled. Both my personal life felt like war zones, lacking joy, hope, peace, and pleasure. The demands of every life overwhelmed me. I knew in my heart that something had to change. In August 2020, I reached a breaking point. I woke up one morning feeling emotionally drained, unable to continue with my life and business as usual. It was at that moment of vulnerability that I felt I deserved better. I knew I needed to rediscover myself, manage my stress, and heal old traumas. And so I embarked on a transformative journey, investing in spiritual classes, mindfulness workshops, self-care courses, and working with coaches and therapists who helped me to uncover my true purpose and prioritize my overall well-being. Today, I'm thrilled to share that I have reclaimed my authentic self and am living a more fulfilled life. I have replaced my old definition of success with one that prioritizes my well being and have surrounded myself with a supportive group of people who truly understand me. Each day is now more precious and filled with gratitude. I wanted to add in trust too, because I know that that's the word. I'm going to put that here with gratitude and trust. I know that's important to you. I have dedicated myself to coaching women on prioritizing self-care and achieving wellness. With that in mind, I invite you to an upcoming event where I will be sharing insights and practical tips on how to prioritize well-being and achieve a better work-life balance. This event is specifically designed for busy professional women like you who are navigating the unique challenges faced during this post-pandemic hybrid and remote workplace era. Drawing from over 2 decades of professional experience, I will provide tools and strategies to better manage stress, increase fulfillment, and create a more balanced and satisfying life. So then we have the event. And I thought it was the 26th. I saw the August 29th. It's not the 26th?
I thought it was
26th is a Saturday, but you
the
have
Saturday.
August 29th up here.
Oh,
You had the 29th. So I just put the 29th because that's what you had. Is
got
that the
it.
correct date?
It's the 26th.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's change that. This is the date, the time, location. And what I think might help, just in case this is shared, is to have an Eventbrite link. So we want to create an Eventbrite. And the reason why we want to do that is free. You could say it's free, but you could kind of know who's coming, who signs up. It can help you to build your list. It's something that the link you could send to other people, or they can send to friends who might like, oh my God, this might be something that you're interested in. Just register on Eventbrite. So it's an opportunity to build a list prior to the event and then follow up with people who came, who didn't come, and just kind of invite them to something else. Make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So we could do that. And then we kind of close. I'm genuinely excited to have the opportunity to share my journey and provide support to fellow women professionals. I believe that by prioritizing our well-being, we can sustain the progress we've made and create even greater fulfillment in both our personal and professional lives. I look forward to seeing you at the event and reconnecting with you all. Together, let us inspire and empower each other to achieve our true potential and lead lives filled with purpose, joy, and balance. And then I would add here, if you know of others that would truly benefit from this event, please forward this email or the event link to them. Warm regards, Anna M.
That sounds so good.
You like it?
I do.
Tell me what you think about it.
It sounds really good. It's just it was uncomfortable for me being this vulnerable.
Mm.
Yeah, this transparent with my true feelings and all of that. My goodness. But yeah.
So let me just say this. So like in the first email, it felt like a dump, like a brain dump.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a warm invitation.
Right. I
Then when
agree.
you got to the end, you're just like, schedule a meeting, da 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 da, blah 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 dee, ba ba ba, ka ka ka, right? And you just like getting it out. You could tell you were probably overwhelmed from all the stuff you shared, and you were just trying to finish it. So
Yeah, yeah,
in the rewrite, it's like, yes, you want to share that story,
yeah,
and we want to utilize it as a tool to, inspire people and, like, like you said, spark it,
yeah,
spark the joy, right? I'm using some
yeah.
of the language from up here, because you did say up here, and I was like, I don't know where to put that per se. You said my invitation to you, spark your joy, unlock fresh and transform your tomorrow. I wasn't sure if that was the name of, I mean, I know the name of the event is Happily Natural, but I didn't know if that was important and if you wanted that somewhere. So um I left it out, but certainly we could try to figure out how to add it if we need to. But I didn't know if it was important. But I just wanted the rewrite to feel like, okay, this is where I'm coming from, and I'm using that as fuel to this new work that I'm endeavoring in, right? So it doesn't feel like you're just like, boom, boom, let me just get this like a journal entry. It feels like this is my journey, this is where I've been, this is what I've been going through, and this is what is fueling how I want to serve you.
Yeah. That's nice. Yes, I definitely got that from the second one. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So it's on that Google Doc that you shared with me, and it's at the very end of it. So if there's anything in here that you want to adjust, you're welcome to adjust it.
Okay.
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 Going back to the Eventbrite link. Eventbrite is that's the go-to for things. So we definitely want to put that out there. Like create an event for this thing, because
Okay.
there's people who are always looking to go to events on Eventbrite. They
Okay.
find stuff that might be of interest, and the fact that it's like a hair, beauty far, like that's really interesting and
Mhm.
nice. And I'm sure people will be looking for something like that. So we put it on Eventbrite, make it a free event, and then that'll be used. Like sometimes people will get like 2 tickets, 3 tickets, because they're going to get it for a friend or whatever. What we can do is when we create the invitation, just make it 1 ticket only. Because what sometimes people do, they'll get, if it's free, 5 tickets, because they're like, oh well, I got a friend that wants to come. No, you just sign up yourself. Get your friend to sign up themselves, because they
Yeah.
wouldn't get that email from that friend.
Yes.
And we want to start really working on building our email list.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Okay.
So it shouldn't take too long to do that. Um, any other thoughts around this email? Because it's pretty much done now. So this is done. This is, as we say, a done data, right? That's what
Mhm.
my assistant says. She said it's a done data. So if you decide to use it in this exact format, you would just take off the words email subject line and just put that where it says subject,
Mhm.
and then put the email in here. And literally, you're going to send this to 150 people individually. You're going to just do that.
Okay.
Trust me. And literally, you're copying and pasting 150 times.
Okay.
And you're going to be so surprised. They're going to be people who are going to just respond, so happy for you. And it's going to help to strike up conversations with folks.
Okay.
What you might even want to do, is if there are people that know who don't necessarily check their emails as frequently as you might want them to, or as you can send a text message and say, hey, check your email, I sent you something, so that they
Okay.
get it. All right, check your email, I sent you something this morning or whenever it goes out. Okay. uh,
Okay.
and that's going to also help people to open it.
Okay.
So
Yes, it will. Yeah.
nudging, any nudging all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that good?
Yeah, that looks good. That feels good.
Awesome. All right. So yeah, just read it again on your own. Um, and just see if there's anything that you would adjust. And once you get your final edits in, this is done.
Okay.
This is done. All right. Fiverr. How are we doing with that?
That's another thing. Sorry. I need to
Forgot
do,
about that one.
yeah, Fiverr.
So let's do this. I mean, I'm gonna go on Canva. You have a Canva account, right?
I do.
Okay. I mean, let's just play around a little bit. So let's do a search for, tell me what kind of event. Um, this would be a wellness vending event, right?
Correct.
Let's see what comes up. Let's see if any of these like look nice for you. Anything so far?
Yeah, actually, um, nothing jumps out. All of them look nice. Nothing jumps out.
Okay. You like the tones here, or you like something different?
I like the tones. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for like intention. What am I looking for here? What would be the best, whatever.
So let's
Um,
do this. Because you're gonna have juices there. You're gonna have body products there.
Correct.
And then really we're selling the coaching and the events.
Yep. Passing out the flyers. We're gonna have shirts made. Mhm.
Okay. Let's see. Because sometimes you find something really nice in a whole other area that that's not yours, but it just pops for you. So let's just say beauty vending event. Let's just see what comes up with that.
That is cute.
Mm-hmm.
Very festive. You're right. I hadn't thought of going this way, but once you see those images, that's like, oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Exactly. And it's like, you might be able to pull it and then just change the colors because you like the like layout and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I don't know, like
Mm-hmm.
that one popped out to me. And then now look how this opens up some other stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
So I see this, like this is cool. Let's say you had your juice, a body product, and then like maybe you in the center, a
Yeah.
beautiful photograph of you in the center. And then on the left, you have your juices. On the right, you have your body products, and then some details in there. That's just an idea. We're just playing around, you know?
Yeah. So that would really go with like the self-care sanctuary theme, similar to what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I'm just kind of in my mind, just seeing how we can put some things together. Like even this one, the same
Mhm,
thing. This image, this back image could be you,
mhm,
body butter, juices,
mhm.
location, information.
Okay,
Make sense?
that does make sense.
So we're just imagining and dreaming right now. Um, because I don't want this to get away from you. Because like you truly could make your own flyer right now.
Mhm.
I don't want the time to pass and you don't have that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go back. And here's another one. You could have, you could change your self-care clinic or
Mhm.
whatever. Um, change the images to some of the things that you would have there.
Yeah. Okay.
This one,
Mhm.
yeah. So if you want to backtrack and we can take a screenshot of some of the images and you can look for those in your Canva,
Okay.
then kind of see what else they open up. Would you like to do that?
Yes, let's do that, please.
So that first one, get back to that. Now it's like I can't find it. 'Cause we looked at three of them.
Mm.
Let's see.
Hmm.
Just gonna take some shots of stuff.
Okay.
This is one that I had mentioned.
Yeah.
They all look alike. Oh goodness. Is that other one? It was like it was long. It looked like almost like a church window. It was a big. I said you could have your image in the middle.
Mhm.
Then either side you can have the juices and then a beauty
Right.
product. You remember that?
I do. I'm looking forward to.
Like, where the heck did it go? Oh goodness. Unless I click something and then it opened it up to that. Um,
Was it under beauty? The search for beauty?
oh, maybe that's it. Beauty vending event, right?
Correct.
Okay, Okay, we were over here before. Is it over here? I mean, they're all good, like,
Mhm.
so like I was thinking it was something like this, but then like now I'm looking at that. I like this. I don't know if you like that.
Not really.
Don't like that one?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So where was it? Taking a picture of it right when I saw it. I feel like it was right around here.
Did you click on the summer festival and that opened it up off to the far
Oh, okay. Did you see Summer Festival?
right? If you go down,
You
scroll
see
the
it?
other way, and off to the far right. Or did you
Okay.
see? Mhm.
Yes.
And was it from there? Or maybe not.
Then I think I might have. Did I click this one?
think so. Yes.
Yep. This one here.
There we go. Ooh, okay.
Oh my God. Teamwork, make the dream work. Oh Lord. That was one, but I felt like there was one other that we saw that we liked. I'm just looking here. Remember there was another one. It was like, and I don't know, maybe I liked it, but you didn't like because you didn't say you liked it. But it was like a circle, like a circle here, then a circle there. Do you remember that?
Not really.
Oh, okay. So it might have been just me that was feeling it. All right. So here's the point. The whole point of this exercise, we have a couple images that we screenshot. I'm going to send that to you. All right. The whole point of this exercise is like, you could do this fly yourself,
Mhm,
save some money,
mhm,
and make something beautiful. I'm happy to look it over with you. You could share it with me, and then, we can just look at it together and edit it together.
mhm.
You can absolutely do the Fiverr piece if you'd like. You can do that as well. But you have Canva.
Yeah, I'll try to create it with Canva.
Yeah, you have Canvas, and like you can, for now, play with some colors that you like. We could get the hex codes. Do you know what I mean when I say hex codes?
I believe so.
Yeah, it's just basically the name of the color so that you use the same exact color every
Hmm.
single time.
Got it.
And so you can find some hex codes that you really like.
Hmm.
One of the things that you want to be mindful about with hex codes is that there are different colors that are associated with different industries,
Yeah.
right? So like white, clean, sanitary, um, doctor's offices, colors like that, like aqua blues. You'll find that more like people's brands for doctor's offices.
Hmm.
When you're thinking about plant-based foods, you'll see people use like more like depends, right? Because some people, depending on the kind of plant-based food they're doing, I have a lot of colors. I use the major sort of primary colors, the variations of that, because I want when you see my stuff, it's colorful. Because that's you should like eat the rainbow. That's what I really want people to think. And so my hex codes are based off of those primary colors.
Mm.
Sports athletics, you're gonna see a lot of darker colors, things that are more for men, masculine, darker colors, things that are marketed to more women, you're gonna see pinks, you're gonna see purples. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you want to be mindful about all of those things, like in terms of your target market. If millennials, do they have a particular color scheme of things that they look for? Because all of those things actually make a difference with what they are attracted to in the marketing. So
Okay.
you gotta think about that too. Um, and you don't have to get it. The point I want to just keep reiterating in these conversations is launch it dirty. Write that on your paper, put a circle around it, launch it dirty. We are not going to get everything right. We're just trying to get you to August 26th with as much organization as possible with different pieces. But if some things aren't done, so what? We still launch dirty. We still go and then refine and tweak as you go. Because some of the things that you're doing, you may not continue to do. You might decide, I don't want to do that no more. It's too much work. It's too much money. It's too much. That's the whole point. Like you want to do these things so that you can figure out how to keep narrowing. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, I'm here now. Is this working? So whatever colors you select, that may be your colors. It may just be your temporary colors. It might be a temporary look. Nobody's holding you to anything. So don't trip about anything.
Wonderful. I appreciate that.
Mhm. All right. So I'll send you those 3 screenshots again, just to play. I want you to, one of your homework assignments, I need you to come up with this flyer. Because today is July 28th.
Mm,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we say that we're gonna send this email out in like a minute, like next
Yes,
week.
you did. Yep.
So this flyer needs to be done like yesterday. You
Okay.
really can send the flyer out, I mean the email out as is. Like it's ready to go. It's ready to go. The flyer is just to be cute, cute, to post on your IG, your Facebook, whatever, print it out, go to places, pass it out, right? That's cute.
Perfect.
But like really right now, we should be able to send out this email once you approve it and you good with it. We don't
Perfect.
need to wait for nothing because everything is on there.
Now,
Except for the Eventbrite link. We got to do that.
yes. Hold on. Now, actually, the event has a flyer too, and I have
Oh,
that. Mhm. Let me actually
good.
text it to you a bit
Yeah,
easier.
text it to me because we can use that.
Mm,
Ooh. Okay. You want to use this?
yes, yeah, I'll use this.
Then just pop this in there.
Perfect.
Actually, let's do it now.
Okay.
I'm all about doing it. You can see my screen.
Yes. Well, this, yeah, see it. Mhm.
Bam.
I'm about to say that looks so good. Okay.
Bam and bam. So here's what we're gonna do. Well, no, you have to set up Eventbrite. Again, the Eventbrite, I think that would be helpful. It does
Mhm.
not take long to do.
Okay.
Um, if you want to make your flyer, the flyer you're doing in alignment with their colors, you could do that. or if there's some special colors you love, we can literally go on Canva here and do Eventbrite templates. Eventbrite banner templates. Okay, there we go. So see, this is already sized to Eventbrite. Okay.
Mhm.
You have here Eventbrite wellness templates. Get more precise.
Mhm.
And literally just change the name. Like it could be this one, something like this. Just whatever. Something like that. But I'm looking at I'm thinking about just you popping in images of multiple things. That's the reason why I keep going to these, just so you know. You may decide I don't want that Chef B, but that was just based on the fact that I know you're offering different things so people can see the products. That's the
Yeah.
reason why I'm selecting that. But you may not want that at all. You might want something like this. And just something simple and pretty like that.
Okay.
It's up to you. So I think you can knock out this Eventbrite banner, right? What
I
you
do too. So I'm curious though, as it relates to the imaging.
Mhm.
So if I'm gonna use, like, what's the proper protocol, I guess would be, what would be the, um,
What's your question? You trying to figure out your question?
yeah, I think it's, is it smarter, or does it make more sense to use their imaging and that's okay? Or would it confuse people if my imaging is different and then the flyer has
Mhm.
this, so I guess that's where I'm not really sure.
So here's what you might want to ask. So what some events do is they make a vendor flyer that it looks just like their flyer, but it's a way for you to pop your photograph into their like design. And it says I'm vending at, and then it's like your picture. So the way they structure it is let me see. Do I have one like that? Let me see if I could find one. Because then it's just it's easy for you don't have to worry about like what you're saying, like the look of the thing and all of that. All right, so like
Mhm.
um, this was the Malcolm X Festival. Now I'm not on this flyer, but I did share this flyer with people so that they could see that I'm at the event.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's one thing you could do on your Instagram. You can share that flyer on your Instagram and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be here vending. Come see me."
Perfect. I've done that.
So you've done that. All right. So that's one style. Now, here's another style.
Okay.
This event, I was speaking at this event. So they made a flyer with the look of the event, but then they added me in here.
Mhm.
And then they made a flyer for me because
Mhm.
I was bending there.
Mhm.
Make sense?
It does.
Another style. So what you can do is just ask, hey, do you guys have flyers for the vendors?
Okay.
Like, like a templated flyer for the vendor. That
Mhm.
way I can share. So that way when people are seeing the image, they can associate you and the event together.
Right.
So I understand your concern. That's valid and that makes sense. This is another event, the Quilombo Fun Festival. Everybody who did something at this event got one of these. You see how they just pop that person's information in there.
Right.
So just find out if they do that, if they have flyers, or if you can manipulate the flyer. But like the way that flyer is, you can't really just put Anna. People gonna be like, "Girl, you in the
Right.
line at the show." So no. But they might that color scheme, they might keep that same color scheme and have something like how they've customized this for each of the people who are vending. So you can
Mhm.
tell people about it and they're like, oh, you're gonna be there. I've seen that. I've seen it. So just
Mhm.
find out. And if if they do have it, then we could just use that. I don't think I have any others that are like we have to scroll, but yeah, I understand where you're coming from. So is there someone you can reach out to today? We could
I
find
can.
out.
Yes. Yeah, I can do
Awesome.
it today.
All right, cool. So I'm suggesting to create an Eventbrite link with your customized info, inviting people to this event, and then you would put that link in the email. That's what I'm suggesting.
Okay.
Um, and I feel like we talked about something else. Oh, creating the actual flyer for the event in Canva on your own.
Right. And GoDaddy. I need to still do
Yeah,
that.
of that GoDaddy thing. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, we dropped the image inside the email, so that's done. You just got to come with the Eventbrite and then take the link and put it inside of the email. Did we talk about anything else? I feel like that was it.
I feel like that was it too. We talked, yeah, talked with email, flyer. That was it.
Okay. Is there anything else that you've been thinking about that you want to ask about?
Yes. So there's this Valerie Burton has a coaching program. She's a coach down in the Atlanta area, actually. And I was trying to decide, should I go ahead and buy like templates and all that stuff now? What do you talk about launching dirty? It's almost like, how much do I need to invest up front? Or am I getting ahead of myself with getting like the Kajabi platform and ordering this package and all that stuff versus just launching? I have enough to launch, see how it starts and build from there.
That part. So it's all about your goals. So what's your goal at this event? Have you thought about that? What's the goal of this event?
Of this event, it's actually to just plant seeds. It's to introduce and expose myself to people and what I'm trying to do, how I want them to start thinking, and that I'm here. And that there's something, yeah, that there's something local available for them. My goal is just to plant seeds and put out brochures and everything to build up the excitement about coming back and connecting. And the connecting, I want them to want to connect with me in the next at the next event, which would be 10 to 14 days after they meet me.
Awesome. All right. So that's the goal. So would you need a Kajabi
No,
for that?
yeah, no, you're right.
I'm telling you, like there's this new appreciation that I have for vending. It's a lot of work. It's hard work. But if you're in the right space, it's such good information that you get from your clients. and customers about your stuff and what they like. So it's an opportunity to do an experiment every single time. It's a beta test. And so what I will say is that we do get excited getting all the things, right? Because we want to be prepared and we want to look good and we want to show up, and that's wonderful. And you may not need any of those things. You just may not need any of it. So I would say the critical things that's important is that you're there, that you have a way for people to communicate with you when they leave you and when you guys finish that engagement. That you have a beautiful presented space so that when they see you and they see your stuff, your product, they're connecting to it. All right. And then just really listen to what people are talking about and what they need. The thing about business is it's an exchange, right? So people need stuff all the time. They need something. And we're selling stuff. The question is, are the things that people need and the things that we're selling matching up where there's a demand? Right?
Right.
And do you want to serve them in that way? So they might need something, but you may not want to give them what they need in that way. You're giving this other thing, but they may not want it. So that's the tension, right? And so it's just a really great opportunity to just listen to what people need. And be like, and then decide, okay, do I want to do that? Because if you want to do it, let's go. But if you don't want to do it, let's move on to the next need and see if it matches up with who I want to serve, who and how I want to serve.
Right.
That's how you got to look at it all the time.
Okay.
So the people out here killing it, they figured out like there's a need, and the thing that they're selling, they love selling it, and that people just want it. They just want it. So, with us in the wellness industry, so someone once told me people want three things. They want love, money, and health. They want love, money, and health. Those are like the top three things that people buy. But, and it's probably in that order. It's probably in that order. Health is at the end. It's last. Like people want it, but they don't really want it. Like unless something's happening to them that makes them want it now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Love, money, and health. That's it. So if I'm a woman and I'm trying to have babies now, my womb care is so important right now. Because I'm trying to make babies. So if I do fibroid work, if I do any kind of womb wellness work, she gonna be coming for me. Because that's her need now. But if that's not her need right now, it's important. I know I need to work on it, but maybe in a few months when I get my money up. That's how they say. That's how they talk to you about it. But if she's trying to make that baby, she's 42, she's 43, and she's like, yo, she found a love of her life. She's like, yo, we don't got no time. We need to make this baby. She gonna find her $800, $1,000, $2,000 to get her treatments so she could get pregnant. She gonna figure it out.
That is so true.
So the urgency in those people comes either from fear or desire. They're either dying, they're getting sick, and they're trying to change it, or there's this deep want for love of something, a man, a baby, something that they're trying to fulfill. That's how people move.
That is so true. That is so true.
Yeah. So just keep all that in mind. You got everything you need for this event, boo. You got everything you need for this event. You good. You'll be ready.
I feel good. I'm all in. I'm doing it. I do have one question for you about Linktree.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, we didn't look at the link tree. Shit. You want to show it to me? That's the
sure.
last thing. Yeah, we got a little time.
Yes. Let me.
Okay, so you should be able to share your screen with me.
Yes. Let me find out where it is. Just pull up one of it. Mm. And my question is just in customizing the information, what do I want on it? Give me 1 second. Log in here.
Hmm.
All right, it is not loading for me.
It's not coming up.
It's not coming up for me. Let me try one more time. Maybe I'll go for my email and see if it'll do that. No, it is just not coming up today. Yeah, it is just not coming up. It's just continuing to be a blank page. So sorry about that.
Oh no, you no problem. I'll give you some pointers. Let me show you mine, and then you can use this maybe as take some notes.
Hmm.
Uh, and I've changed over the years how I would frame this.
Okay.
So huh? Instagram is crazy. Okay, here we go. There you go. All right, so go to link pop.
Link pop. Okay, so that's different. I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, so I use Shopify for
Mhm.
my website, so they have their own built-in link tree kind of thing.
Got it.
So I don't use Linktree, I use something called Link Pop.
Okay.
So what you first see on here is a hero button,
Mm-hmm.
and a hero button is like the big thing that you want people to buy.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like a 3-day meal plan, that's one of the things. I have a few things that I would want them to buy, but I just chose one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you can put a hero button. All right. So like, this is if you have products, okay. If you don't have like a set product like that you're talking about all the time,
Mm-hmm.
don't worry about this. Because I'm driving traffic to the website. That's why I have this. Okay.
Got it.
What I would say is like in terms of the order, if there are things that you want to give them for free, you have that at the top of the link tree. So for example, I have join our community, things like that. If there's a free download of something, then you would put that towards the top of the link tree.
Okay.
Again, like you're starting out, so that's what I would suggest you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have joined our community because I'm now talking to people about detoxing and doing my palate reset lifestyle reboot. I have that at the top of the list because I don't want them searching too much to find it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's there. That's the second one. Then I say, hey, check out the July meal prep menu.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to change to August. So that'll be replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then right after meal prep, choose a meal prep plan. That's just like a natural flow.
Mm-hmm.
Things that flow together, keep them together. Okay. We had 2 events that we were planning to offer. One of them got canceled. So I'm just putting there that it's canceled.
Okay.
If there's a free consult, if you have like a consult link, and I would recommend Calendly. We could talk about that next time.
Okay.
So I have people schedule free consultations or call them discovery calls with me at this link. So when you click it, that's how you got connected with me. We connected. You did that. And we can go through this because to build this, that's a whole thing. Wellness retreat to Jamaica. So now you see I'm getting into more offers as you go further down the list. And then the last 2 things is, so you can either put this like the Healing Me First podcast, they could have gone to the top, but we're anchoring it with free stuff, paid stuff, then free stuff.
Okay.
So donate to Essential Meals to You.
Mm-hmm.
And then the very last thing, we're closing out the link by offering something else, giving you something else that you could learn from our podcast. Bam. Okay. So you want to give people calls to action on each of the link. For example, free consultation, boom, join us. So like action words, meal prep plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's time for detox, or are you ready for a detox? Ask a question. I could have done that. I think I had that before.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have free stuff, some of your paid items, and then you can anchor it with some free stuff at the end. And then when you get, you feel really comfortable about what you're selling, it's like a product that everyone likes,
Mm-hmm.
and put that as a hero button. That people see that immediately once they jump on here.
Okay.
The other thing that people have shared when you're doing this, and I agree and then I disagree because I have a lot of offers, a lot of things that people can get. It's like I want it to be easy for people to just click it and get to it. But my design person, again, she's younger, so she has a different engagement with the technology. She's like, she would do 4, no more than 5 buttons. That's what she would say.
Mhm.
So I've seen more, and that overwhelms me. I don't feel like the number I have is a lot,
Mhm.
but I'm older. She's younger. She don't want to look for nothing. She don't want no one talking to her. She just want to press a button and get to where she gonna be, and not
Mhm.
have to do too much. So that all of these buttons and the number of items that you're showing people is contingent on the audience that you're serving too.
Okay. Now, is this where I need to have the landing pages attached to these buttons or what have you? Is that how that
Yeah,
works?
you can, absolutely.
Okay.
You can. So for example, this is a landing page. See, it says wellness retreat to
Mhm.
Jamaica. So
Mhm.
that's a landing page that's connected to that button. This landing page lives on my Chef B site. So it's literally just this one page. People can apply for the Palette Reset Jamaica. And then the link on here also shows them how to apply. If they're really, really interested, they can do that. But yeah, anything you want them to go to very quickly would be on your Linktree page.
Okay.
They don't have to type anything in. They shouldn't have to type anything in. That's too much work for the customer. You could lose them in that transaction. If they have to type anything, they might just, you know, I'll do it. I'll do it later, and they don't have to get back to it.
Mhm.
It's just people forget behavior, all of that. So you just make it simple. Create a link so they could get to it, and then once they get to it, they could do all the other stuff.
Okay.
Excuse me. Any questions about that? Let me go back.
Bless and reset. Nope. No.
Now, Linktree, I don't know if it changed, but like I think it's $5. If you pay for Linktree, because it's free.
Huh?
If you pay for Linktree, you can get all these little buttons and stuff, like how I have. So I used to pay for Linktree, and I was able to do this and make the background more fancy and all that. But I'm like, hey, I'm getting it for free. Why spend that $5? I could save it.
Right. Absolutely.
And these things, they go straight to the web, straight to my website.
Okay.
So, and then of course you have on here the different, like if you have a Facebook, I have my shop on Chef B, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Got it.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, so we're at time. So tell me what we have written there for your homework.
My homework is setting up or completing GoDaddy. Well,
Mhm.
first of all, I have up top is launch it dirty. And then it's GoDaddy, finish my link tree, create an Eventbrite link, send my email to 150 people, create my flyer, my hex codes, and I need to check in with the event to see if they have a vendor flyer.
Yep, that you can put your image on. Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Any
if they
comments?
do have a vendor flyer, that would be what we would put in place of the flyer we have in that email.
Okay.
But if they don't have the vendor flyer, just leave it there. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
That's
Okay. Anything
it.
else?
I think that's it. You almost there. You said you started getting items for your table.
I started looking at them. So
Okay.
yeah, that's next. That's really next now. But yeah, I've at least started window shopping around to see who has what and what I have available before I spent any money. I just wanted to make sure that every dime I'm spending is something I have to to spend.
Yeah, exactly. And so we said today's the 28th. We said that we would launch first week of August, right?
Yep.
I think we were talking about like, well, if the letter wasn't done, or well, it's done.
Mhm.
So it was the 8th, but if it wasn't, that's if it wasn't done. But if it was done, the 1st,
Okay. I like it.
right?
I like it. Yeah, right. Yep.
So we about to launch this letter on the 1st. So that means over the weekend. So you're gonna let me know. You can communicate with me via text with
Okay.
this. Today you're gonna find out about the vendor flyer if they have one. If they
Mhm.
don't worry about it. Move on. Right. Um, the Eventbrite link,
Mhm.
and start working on that.
Mhm.
Literally, you just go into Eventbrite, create a profile, start working on that. And then we could put something together for the banner. Like it could be anything that you like, simple, so that we can drop that link in the email and get this thing out for the 1st.
Okay.
I hope I'm on the list. Am I on the list?
Yes. Yes. You're on the
I am on
list.
the list.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because I have more people. It's going to be more than 150 because there, like you mentioned, the other you're on the list and some other people that I work with. I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and put them on the list too. So it's going to be more than 150 people that I send it out to at first.
Good.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good.
But the minimum was 150 minimum.
Good.
So we send it out to more. That's even better.
Good. Yeah. You're going to be on the list. Okay.
So I think that's it. You have your work to do.
Yeah.
So what is it? Next Friday. I'm trying to think. I have an appointment in the morning next week, Friday. So let's do Thursday. Can we do next Thursday?
Yeah.
Let's do next Thursday at 10.
Okay.
Shit, let's do it at 11 because then 10 might be a little tight with this little guy of mine because his dad's about to travel. So we'll be doing more coordination. All right. So our next meeting is going to be next Thursday at 11.
Now, the week after that is I'm going to be at the rites of passage ceremony the 9th through the 13th of August.
Okay. So we actually have because this is session 5.
Okay.
We have 3 more.
Okay.
That'd be, yeah, that's like 2 months worth of work. So if you want to take a break while you're at your rites of passage,
Okay.
that
Perfect.
works. Because then you said the 10th through the 13th? No. What did
The
you say?
9th through the 13th.
The 9th through the 13th.
Mhm.
Right. So the 18th and then the 25th or the 24th, those are our last 2 weeks anyway.
Mhm.
And then we're gonna open up, like have the display out, look at it, talk about it. All that stuff needs to be done that last week of August. So
Right.
we're in good shape. That's
Okay.
good. We won't meet that week of the 11th. That's fine. Oh, that week, August 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, we might have to just change our date. It can't be early because I have some business coaching stuff, like an intensive that week, the Tuesday through the Friday.
Okay.
And so we might have to just know that we'll meet, but it might look a little different,
Okay.
but we will meet for sure.
That works.
So how you feeling? Tell me how you feel today. What
I
did you get out of today?
um actually I got that I am that I'm there. I'm on the right path, just refining some things. I really like the launch it dirty. I have to commit that to something I say often.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good.
Good. All right. Well, get to work. I'll send you out this recording and notes, and we'll see each other next week, Thursday. Okay.
Okay, see you then. Have
All
a
right.
good one. Thank
You too.
you.
You too. All right. Peace.